and welcome to Let's Talk About It. I am your host, Dengachek. I personally did not come to YouTube to be famous. That was never my intention, and it never will be. But I understood that I had something to offer to the world, and the best way to do it would be to speak to people and be able to help people that needs it the most. Okay, and that's why in every end of my video, I encourage you to interact, engage, under the comment section below, so that everybody can come together and start sharing experience, because you never know, your experience might help someone. Okay, your experience, you might undervalue it or undermine it, but it may help someone, okay, in whatever struggles they're going through in their lives, right? It might change someone's life. And if you want to be the change, you need to lead in front. Lead from the front if you want to be the change. And that is by sharing your experience. Okay? Subscribe. Right? And let's make these things a big thing. Let's reach people so that people can interact and share ideas and share their experience and things along those lines, to help each other, basically. And today, I am going to share with you the 10 signs to know your relationship is over. Confrontational communication basically is the first warning that tells you that relationship is basically over. Because if your communication changes from what it was, like if it has changed from a sweet way of communicating with each other to a confrontational way of, attacking each other, not allowing, the other side to get the point across, confrontational communication that eliminate the chances to understand each other's point, perspective, way of seeing things, how you can come together as a collective group, to achieve things together, then that itself is a clear warning, right? A clear warning sign that tells you you're just holding on to a train that has left 10 years ago. Basically, the relationship is done. Because the key to a relationship is communication. And if everything about your communication is confrontational, then you don't need someone like me to tell you that it's about time to exit your relationship. If you have tried everything within your power to make sure that everything works, but it turns into confrontational communication or argument, or quarreling, you name it, then that is basically it. Second sign is emotional connection. When the relationship lacked emotional connection, that relationship is basically a done relationship. It is over. Because relationship must have emotions around it. You must connect with your other half, your partner, on an emotional, state. There are things that connect you with your partner emotionally, things that you don't see in others, things that you can only see in your partner, and things that when they lack, you feel like your body needs water, you need to drink, or you feel like a tree that needs to be watered on a daily basis in order for it to grow healthy. So emotion is a fundamental part of your relationship. And when your relationship loses emotional connection, then it is a done deal. It is an over relationship. It's a done relationship. So my advice would be to move on and seek another relationship that has that. Sign number 3 is when your partner always take your friend's side in a conversation, argument, all right? And even a friendly, argument that does not really requires anybody to take side, and they always jump to your friend's side, that is quite telling. It is telling you something, right? Because the thing is, there's a reason why the term partnership or partner was coined. And the reason behind it is, have you ever heard of, a phrase, partners in crime? So what that basically means is that you guys are partners, regardless of what situation, whether it is a confrontational situation, a friendly situation, whatever situation you might be in, right? You expect, and of course, your partner to be behind you, to be backing you, to be supporting you, right? Even though you're wrong, your partner is supposed to be supporting you there. And then later, okay, when there's just two of you, he or she will tell you that you were wrong before, right? So that you know. So because that's what, that's what partners in crimes do. They stand with you, they protect you, they cover you, okay? They back you, even though you're wrong, right? But later on, they will go and talk to you behind the closed door of, the mistakes that you had made. If you were wrong, right? Or whatever they want to sort of criticize you on, they will do that behind the closed door. But if your partner is doing it openly for the public to see, then that is when you know that relationship is over. Sign number 4, and this is so important. It is so crucial, and I have seen it time and time again. I've heard it time and time again. They use it to hurt you. If your partner is always bringing up your ex or their ex, right? If they bring up your ex in a negative light, right, that has nothing to do with your relationship or whatsoever, then that is when you know there's a problem. If your partner always, okay, speak about how wonderful, their exes were, or, one of the ex were, then you know there is a problem. It is time to reevaluate your relationship, right? And basically, if everything is about X, then it's time for you to end that. It's time for you to end that relationship, because it's basically over. Because in a relationship, there should have never be anyone that is better than your partner. Whether it be a male or a female, there should never be anyone that should, that your partner should praise over you, because it's you and your partner. And you guys are the greatest. You guys are the best dude that has ever walked this earth. If your partner is talking about the previous relationship, that it is better than the current relationship, then why are they in this relationship then? If their previous relationship was so much greater than what they have now, then why did they break up? Why are they in this relationship then? So this is when you know that there is definitely a problem, and it is about time to move on. Because you're not having peace in this relationship. You will constantly be pressed, be poked, be reminded about someone that you have nothing to do with, about someone that is completely different from you, about someone that completely do things their way, and you have your way of doing things. You have your way of speaking. You have your way of, approaching situations and things like that. Yet your partner is comparing you with with their ex. So that is a sign that clearly tells you that the relationship is done. It's time to move on. Sign number 5 that also demonstrate that your relationship is over is when your partner, when they don't support your hustle, when your partner do not get behind you and support your hustle and demand materialistic things that are breaking your bank. They are costly and are breaking your bank. This is when you know that this relationship has no direction, that this relationship is just temporal, and your partner is basically planning to move on with someone else. Because if you have someone who sees the future with you, I don't care whether you are in dating stage, engagement stage, marriage stage, or whatever stage of your relationship. If your partner does not see your hustle, if your partner does not see themselves together with you, okay, if they don't see themselves in you or together with you or building a life together, then they will definitely be demanding things that will keep you broke. But if they see the relationship, heading somewhere when you are with them, or when they see the future, okay, in your future, then the partner will always do everything within their power to make sure they support your hustle. They grow together with you. Regardless of what the hustle is, it will lead into success. Remember, they said, a thinking man is a successful man. So when you're thinking and you are producing ideas and you are hustling, your partner is supposed to be rallying behind you. Because those ideas, the hustling, will lead into success, and success will then lead into power. And then you will enjoy that power together. Okay? So it's not about meeting you at the top. It's about building from the ground up. And then you enjoy the fruit of your hard work, the fruit of your hustle. Sign number 6 is when your partner engage in a gossiping behavior with their friends, family members behind your back. It is really a toxic, worse behavior. If you're a person, and also, no one likes gossiping. No one likes to be gossiped about. No one likes to be, a topic of negativity. And if you have a partner that does not protect your reputation, if you have a partner that does not protect your image, okay, your name, if you have a partner that does not care about how you feel, a partner that does not protect your emotions, that is when you know that that relationship is done, it's finished. It's a done deal relationship and you need to move on. Unless you are someone who wants to waste their time, then probably that relationship is right for you. But if you are someone that means business, someone that means future, someone that is goal-oriented, someone that has vision, then it is time to move out because that relationship is done. Sign number 7 is when your partner constantly and consistently criticize you, even for the mistakes that you didn't do or you have not done. That is when you know that that relationship is done. Because your partner, as I mentioned previously, is supposed to stand and stick with you. So your partner is supposed to stand and stick with you. Your partner is supposed, to always be providing solutions, to always be questioning your decisions and make sure that the one that you take is the best decision. It's a partner that has your best interest at heart. This is the partner you should be building future with. But if they consistently and constantly criticize you, even with this minor mistakes that are supposed to be just, let slide, and they pick them up and start criticizing you on them and attacking you at the same capacity, it shows that that relationship is finished. Whatever you're waiting for, it will end in a premium tears, because it will not lead anywhere. And that is just, you don't need to be intelligent, right, to know that there is a problem. You don't need a rocket science to understand that that relationship is basically done, like it's over, right? So you just need to pay attention. You need to focus. You need to have eyes for details, because this is someone that you have been dating for a long time. Okay, this is someone that has been your partner for a long time. This is someone that you've married for years. For you to miss those signs to the point where everything catches you by surprise, to me, I don't think you will be a person of intelligence at all. Because I'll tell you right now, for me, I think one of my God-given talent, and I really appreciate God for giving me this, is to have the eye for detail. I easily pick up cues. Not let alone someone that I'm living with, someone that I am in a relationship with. Okay? Even when I'm meeting someone for the first time, the way they act, handshake, right? Facial expression, their attitude toward me, every detail, I would pick them up from the very start. And my intuition read is excellent. When someone is not quite right with me, like, I know. Because we're humans and we make mistakes. I might, play along until I feel like maybe I was wrong in judging this person. But trust me, it leads to what I first experienced about that person. If my intuition was negative about that person, it clearly leads to that. It may take years or months, okay, or weeks, but it leads to that. And then my intuition will affirm my first reading about the person. You need to pay attention to little cues about people. Believe them, okay? Believe them. Because what I do is that once I read a person, and with all other elements that I need to, to study to confirm my reading is right, and it all come together, I truly believe my intuition, okay? You call it gut feelings, right? My intuition, I believe it. And I sincerely stay away from that person completely. Because the energy will always be negative. And you can see them. You can see them in their faces. They are trying very hard, right? To be nice. They're trying very hard to portray, to be, people that are willing to have conversation with you, probably they will do that, when there are other people, because they don't want to appear as those type, right? But it is very hard, because there is so long that a person can act. And also, too, acting is not for everyone. There are people that can literally put on an act and it will work. But there are people that are just horrible actors. And they can't even, they won't make money in acting well. They won't, because they're that bad, right? So those are people that I personally pick up so fast, and I stay away from them. Because the negative energy drain my energy, because I'm a person of a high energy. And when I read your energy to be negative, I'm out. So I'm advising you to read cues like that in your relationship. Even in the new relationship that you are about to establish, you need to pay attention to those cues. Mostly I focus on people facial expressions, to be honest. It tells me everything I need to know. And you will not understand unless you are in my shoes. Like literally, I don't even need your handshake, right? And I look at your face, okay? I don't need anyone to tell me how bad that person is. I am not saying anything to them directly, and I will not even go behind their back or to speak to other people about, my understanding, my feeling toward them. But trust me, I know. And my intuition is never wrong. So pray to have the eye that see things like that in people. And it will save you time. It will save you the hassle. It will save you regret, and everything, right? Sign number 8 is when your partner denied you of things that you enjoy most, things that things that give you happiness, things that rejuvenate you, things that recharge you, things that really excite you, all places that makes you happy. You have a partner like that, you know for sure that that partner means no good to you, to your health and well-being. So relationship basically at that stage is over. It's done. It's finished, right? Because your partner must always support you with anything that makes you happy, anything that puts smiles on your face, anything that rejuvenates you and gives you really positive vibe and energy. Your partner should always be on that, supporting you, encouraging you to do so that you're happy. But if your partner does not want to see you happy, that relationship is a done deal relationship. It's done. It's completely done. There's no reason of wasting your time thinking that, things will change. Because the more you continue to waste your time and give it more chance and chance after chance and after chance, thinking that everything will be fixed or will work again, the more you're wasting your time on something that was done years ago. And when you realize it, it will be too late. And probably they had a plan. And that plan, they're already on it. And you're there struggling, trying to work things out and trying to get your mind right and questioning yourself, what has gone wrong? Where did I went wrong? And what happened? And how can I correct it? Too late. So that's why you need to be very cautious. You need to be observant. You need to be careful when you're analyzing or making decisions about things that, influence your life. So, take action as quickly as possible and aim things. Stop waiting around. Sign number 9, right, is when there is no trust. In a relationship, the worst thing that can happen in a relationship is lack of trust. When there is no trust, then that relationship is dead. Because what are you going to do with someone, okay, that you don't trust? What are you going to do with a human being that you cannot trust with your decisions, with your life, with your mistakes, with your future, with everything that means the world to you? So if you can't trust your partner, so then what are you doing in that relationship? Because relationship is all about trust. It's all about the first point that I made before, which is communication. If communication is dead, if it has become confrontational, and you cannot trust them, so what are you doing then in that relationship? If I may ask you, what exactly are you doing in that relationship? So for me, it's over. Because have you heard of this phrase that there are so many fish in the sea? There is no, I understand that, it's somebody, someone you have been with for a long time and, there is history, there is this, there is that. But if you're someone who is serious about your life, you should not really care about things like that. What is history anyway? If history does not favor you, what is it? If history does not, look brighter, right? If it does not look bright, then what is history? And with that I mean, if you are with a partner that will not help you ride, nice and healthy, and long-lasting history, then why really do you care about the history? What is history going to do? Get out. Go find someone else that you will go and rewrite the history and probably write it better. Okay? Write it better. So that's my advice. Sign number 10 is when the intimacy is dry. Like there is literally no intimacy. There's no physical intimacy, right? Intimacy does not exist. Now tell me, a relationship that has no intimacy, what do you do in it? Like literally, what do you do in it? Why would you be in a relationship that does not have intimacy? You and your partner are not intimate. So that shows, and it tells you clearly, okay, no sign language, it's a crystal clear that it is over, it's done. Move on. If you have enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to comment under the comment section below. And do not forget as well to share it. Stay positive. Stay tuned. Let's go.